Frank Bonada here for Sportskeeda. With me today is the fourth-ranked Bellator middleweight Fabian Edwards ahead of his upcoming fight with Austin Vanderford. How's it going, man?
Doing good, I'm having to quarantine in my hotel at the moment until the COVID test come back, but everything's well.
I mean, speaking of COVID, I know we've got the big fight to talk about, but first,
Yeah.
in the UK, what's it been like training as a pro fighter, maintaining your fitness and training through the lockdowns and restrictions that we've had in the UK over the past year or so?
The first lockdown was a bit crap, you know what I mean? Like having to train outside, couldn't really grapple much and all of that stuff there. But second one's been good. We was granted pro status or something like that. So we was able to train in a small group, and yeah, it was good. I've been working since the last fight, so yeah, it hasn't been too bad.
Mm-hmm. And then how's the specific training camp for this one been? I know there's a lot of you guys over at Renegade who've must be preparing for their upcoming fights as well. So what's it been like?
It's been good, it's nothing better than having everyone in the gym. You know what I mean? At least that no one's fat and out of shape. You know what I mean? So you get that real quality work, and yeah, the energy has been good. The mat's been filled with different bodies, so it's a perfect, man. It's been perfect.
Awesome. And now, like you mentioned before, you're over in America. Have you sort of acclimatized to it yet?
Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to the time zone. You know what I mean? But climatized, I definitely have. I'm happy that I came out early. Bellator is trying to fly me out and have me here yesterday, but I came like 3, 4 days before that. So I'm definitely happy I've done that.
Mm-hmm. And what sort of team have you got with you in America?
I got one of my main training partners, Kieran, and I got Nathan. He's one of my striking coaches. I've meant to have my brother here, and a couple other people, but due to because his fight got moved, it like messed up everything. But it's all good, the job's still going to get done.
Yeah, of course. Now, before we get into talking about Vanderford, I'd
Yeah.
like to briefly go over your last fight. Unfortunately, it didn't go your way. You sort of ended
Yeah.
up on the wrong side of the judges' scorecards. Firstly, what's your thought on the judges their actual call in that fight? Do you think they did the right one?
Nah, I don't think it was the right one. He never really done much. Especially if you're looking at the second round and then you're looking at the third round. My third round was a lot more damaging than his compared to the second. Yeah, I don't think he done a lot. I remember seeing him in the hotel, and I said to him, "Listen, I'll see you again in like a fight or two." And he didn't say anything to me. You know what I mean? And that to me spoke volumes. If I just beat a guy and I just believed I beat a guy, I'd be saying, "I'll see you again. I'll fuck you up next time." I wouldn't be like looking away and all like shy. And that's why he gave me. So I know he doesn't want to see me again, but it is what it is, man. I've learned a lot from that.
Is that one that you're looking to get back at some point?
Yeah, I have to get that one back. I don't know if he don't want to run it back, but regardless, after this fight and where he's gonna put me, you're gonna have to.
No doubt. Do you take positives away from that fight then, if you do believe you won?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, I have to take positive and negative from a win and a loss. You know what I mean? So obviously suffering the first loss of my career, um, it knocked me for a couple of weeks. It didn't knock my confidence because I'm a confident guy regardless. You know what I mean? So it didn't knock that. It didn't knock that. I didn't not start. I didn't not believe myself afterwards and everything like that. It just made me work harder. You know what I mean? And I'm in the best shape now, man. So I can't wait to go out there and show that.
No doubt. And then one last thing on that fight. Does the lack
Yeah.
of a crowd, does that make any difference to you at all with this upcoming fight as well?
Nah. I liked it. I liked it. I felt like I was too calm, but I've been like that for my last couple of fights. And you learn from it, man. You have to learn from these experiences. You can't really buy them. You know what I mean? But you have to learn from them and move on, and that's what I've done. So yeah, everyone gonna see the improvements that I've made.
Mm-hmm. And now on to Vanderford. What do you make of him as an opponent, first of all?
American wrestling guy, short, you know what I mean? Overhand, just just the typical that type of style. That's it. I don't think he's the toughest opponent I've faced. I'm definitely his toughest opponent, but I don't think he's mine.
Is there any sort of glaring weaknesses in his style that well, not even glaring, just weaknesses that you might be able to exploit?
I don't think all round. When he used to having the own way and he used to people not resisting, you can go out there and just do what you want to do. But when you're going up against somebody that can do it all, and I believe I can do it all, it's it's hard work. So I can't wait to see how he deals with adversity. Bigger man, putting some shots on him. I can't wait to see how he handles that. Because I know I handle it with my back against the cage. Let's see how he handles it.
I know he said that he sort of wants to use this fight against you to prove his worth as a fighter. But how do you see this fight going? Like, what is your sort of not only your route to victory? What is your prediction?
I've said it, man. It's gonna be a second round stoppage. I'm starting. I've learned from my last fight about starting slow and all of that stuff there and leave it in the judge's hands. I can't afford that, man. I need to go out there, put the pressure on him, and put him out. That's it. I believe it'll be a second round stoppage, and that's it, man.
And if it goes the way that you're predicting, what's next? Is it the title shot?
I feel like it's either that or one more. It's either that or one more. But it seems like Mousasi's not in a rush to defend that title. It doesn't seem like he's been. Obviously, don't know what's going on behind closed doors, or on his social media. But it doesn't seem like he's trying to push anything. So why not? Why not the title fight or the likes of John Soto, whoever, Tokov or whatever?
Because one of the big things in Bellator lately has been their tournaments. You've of course had the featherweight and the light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Is that a prospect that interests you at all? A potential middleweight tournament?
It would. I felt like they should have done it. They should have started one. You know what I mean? Before they started the light heavyweight one, but it is what it is. But it's always to start. I would love that. What better way to go for every top guys in the division and win $1 million and a world title. That's a good motivation. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Who do you think's the toughest matchup in that division? Should a tournament be made? Is it Mousasi? Is it Vanderford? Is it anyone else?
I think he's probably the champion. He can do a bit of everything, right? You know what I mean? Where some guys they're very much like one-sided. You got the likes of Vanderford where he's just like he's mainly a grappler. You got Salter. You try his striking, but he's mainly a grappler. He will tend to mix it up a bit more if he needs to.
So Bellator 259 is sort of continuing this recent trend of Bellator really sort of stacking their cards from top to bottom. You've got yourself, Vanderford, Cyborg at the top, and then Brett Johns and some other big names even on the prelims. This sort of combined with the fact that Bellator are now on, not only Showtime in America, but the BBC in the UK.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's some sort of big shift changing with Bellator right now?
Yeah, I feel so. You know what I mean? They're making the right moves. Especially with the fight, like you say, the fights they're putting on from the prelims all the way to the main card, it's been good. I was watching the Bellator, I think it was on the 7th, and that was a good card, man. From like the start to the finish, that was such a great card. So, it's amazing what they're doing. And hopefully let's keep on doing that.
100%. And then just a couple of questions outside of the world of Bellator. First, can I get your take on this sort of recent explosion of popularity surrounding celebrity YouTube boxing, all that with the Paul brothers? What's your take on that?
Like me personally, I don't really care if I'm honest. You know what I mean? I just see it as fair play in it. You know what I mean? Because I had a friend, Aaron Chalmers. When he came from Georgia Shore, everyone was like, mate, you shouldn't be fighting. You know what I mean? And he was training and fighting. So it's like, obviously the opponents that they're fighting, you can't expect for them to be fighting anyone hard because at the end of the day, they're only young in their career. They only do it for money or whatever they're doing it for, but they're only young in their career, right? So most boxers tend to fight like 15 bin men. You know what I mean? In the first fight, in the first 15, 20 fights. And we're talking about legit world champions here. So let them do what they do, man. Me personally, I don't really care. You know, I'm not gonna give them the attention.
You'd never be interested in a crossover fight at all yourself.
I would definitely not be calling them out. You don't want to fight? Of course I'll fight because I'm a fighter, but I wouldn't be calling them out for a payday. Fuck all of that.
All right. And then just one last question to round us off. You've given me your prediction for your own fight. How does Leon's upcoming fight go against Nate Diaz?
I just seen a 5-round butchering, you know what I mean? This 5 round, that's just class. You know, it's there to be hit. It's easily hit. The only attribute that we see is his toughness. You know what I mean? My brother better wrestling, better jiu-jitsu, better striking, better everything. So I just seen it being a 5 round after just clean work, you know, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Fabian. I'll give you the last word if there's any sort of shout outs or if you want to let people know where to find you on social media.
Yeah, find me on Fabian_Edwards MMA on Insta. Shout out to my team Renegade. Shout out to my wrestling coach Camby, my striking coach Henry, Nathan. So to all my teammates has helped me get to this point, you know, because it's a lot of work, not just myself. So shout out to everyone who's helped me. And yeah, man, on Friday I got there and I displayed that work.
No doubt. Can't wait to see it. Best of luck, man.
Respect, man. Thank you.